Welcome back to the Cow's channel, where I, the Advanced Gaming Cow, like to go over the biggest and bestest news in the gaming industry and give you my opinion, which doesn't really matter because I'm a cow and it's a moot point. And today we're going to do some happy news. That's right, this channel does not just exist to bash Blizzard, Activision, and probably Microsoft after they take it over. No, this channel is about gaming news, and I found good gaming news because Valve is now selling the refurbished Steam Decks at discounts of up to $130. This is really big. Now, if you don't know what the Steam Deck is, it is Valve's answer to the Switch. It allows you to play Steam games that are controller compatible. It's got a touchscreen right here, I believe. There's not a ton of games that take advantage of that, obviously, because the vast majority of third-party publishers are not going to make it. But if you're controller compatible, you can play your Steam games on the go. This opens up a huge library of amazing games to everybody to just take and go. Even games that were never expected to be portable. So, Valve is starting to sell the refurbished Steam Decks. Now, if you don't know what refurbished means, it means secondhand on a nice way. There might have been like a couple of dead pixels here. The speakers may not have worked. Sometimes it's just that they opened it and the outer shell was damaged and they turned it in and sent it back and had to be given another one. But Valve has decided, you know what, we're not just going to toss these in a landfill, which I like. They've decided, no, we're going to fix them up and we're going to sell them, but we're not going to charge full price. Now, because the device is technically no longer brand new, even if it was just opened and the person then sent it back for whatever reason, it is not new and it's not being sold as new. So, it depends on the memory in the deck. Obviously, more memory lets you play more games or bigger games. But the cheapest one, the 64GB model, is usually $399 retail, $400. Now it's $80 off. The 256GB model, which is a huge jump, man. I believe that's 4 times if my math works and it's not terribly late. Goes from $529 to over $100 in discount. We've got the price for the pound here too. I believe this was originally a British one, and then double that for the biggest model, the 512GB model, is the $180 discount, I believe. Is it? Not quite. $130, excuse me. $180 would be better. But no, that's where the $130. So these are significant discounts. In fact, you're approaching a quarter of the price on the 64GB alone. It's a lot, guys. And then it stays about 20% here. I believe it's a little less than 20% here, but still massive amounts of money off. According to the new page on the Steam store, each certified refurbished Steam Deck has been thoroughly tested to the same high standards as our retail units. Every device goes through a complete factory reset, software update, so you don't have to worry about sitting there for 10 hours to update the software when you get it, and an extensive examination involving over 100 tests at one of Valve's facilities. Among the tests are all controller inputs, the audio system, the screen, and internals. Battery health is also assessed to ensure proper functionality and longevity. And here's just a photo of somebody with the innards of a Steam Deck. All refurbished units meet or even exceed the performance standards of new retail units. I don't know how they would exceed if they're replacing the broken parts with the same. Although they may have minor cosmetic blemishes, they provide a reliable, high-quality gaming experience at a lower cost. They also have the standard 1-year warranty, except for where laws require longer, a refurbished power supply, carrying case, and a quick start guide. And Valve has also been talking about potential future of the hardware. They want better battery life. They want nicer screens. Well, I mean, rather than hardware such as an OLED, they just want better battery life. Look, OLED screens are nice, don't get me wrong, but I've heard a lot of people complain it's really expensive for the quality you get and not necessarily that great, honestly. but they are mostly focused on the battery life. It's something that Nintendo does really well with the Switch. You have a lot of game time with it, and the Steam Deck's not terrible with that, but it could use a little bit better of a battery life if it wants to compete with Nintendo and its first-party juggernaut. So, what do I think about this? I think this is pretty dadgum good, and this is one of the positive news stories I wanted to bring you guys. You can now get a high-quality, on-the-go gaming device that's official, and then you have access to your entire Steam library, and you get it for $80 to $130 off. It's going to help a lot of people, and it's keeping more waste out of landfills and stuff. Because, look, they're refurbishing these things. This is the kind of thing that I believe BMW, I know we're talking about cars and this is a hardware and there's a massive price difference. BMW has, I believe, the same thing as do a couple other luxury car brands, which is when they buy back or when the person comes in and like trades the old BMW for a new one, they have maybe it's Volvo too, I think. They have like these refurbish programs where they send them to big maintenance shops or area shops and put them through these massive stress tests, fix them up to appropriate standards, and then sell them. And you can have a luxury car, but you get the luxury car at a more affordable price point. It's just like you can buy a car new or used, but a refurbished thing costs more than just a used thing, because refurbished means, hey, we took the time to make sure maybe there's a couple of dents or scratches or little bitty stuff that you probably don't care about if you really want this. But we took the time to make sure that it works as intended. You have the quality that you would expect from this brand. And I think this is really cool. Obviously, more gaming is better for everyone. There were 0 comments. Aw. Was really wanting to see. Well, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. You get to have, and also this article I found came out 10 minutes ago. Huh. The cow is on the breaking news, but you're not going to see this until the next day, so it's only semi-breaking news, but still. It is really cool to see that it is being done, that they're keeping this stuff out of landfills, that they're repairing and giving people who would really like a Steam Deck but are having trouble sometimes when they run out, or just, it's expensive. It's $400. That's a lot of money. It's more expensive than a Switch, and it's it's approaching current generation consoles. So it's nice that they're like, hey, we want everyone to game, and here's your way to game at higher quality. But would you do this? I think it would be really cool, actually, if you want a Steam Deck. Now, I did some other research before I found an article we can use. The 64GB models are currently sold out. Remember, these are refurbished models, so they're not, able to make more of them. They're the ones that they have to be sent in for repairs, or people sent in because they're under warranty. And Valve is like, no, we'll just go get you a new one. Or, I just want a refund because I don't want this anymore. Or I want to sell this back because I want to buy a bigger model or a smaller model. Whatever it is. So the supply of the refurbished models is going to be 100% dependent on how many people are just done with their Steam Decks. So, if you want one, just keep paying attention. They have a page on the Steam store. And I bet I can click here and it'll show it to you. Yeah, it doesn't give away my login, but here you go. On the Steam store, certified refurbished. Yeah, out of stock on the 64 gig, but the 256 and the 512 do still have stock. I highly recommend, if you want one of these guys, that you go ahead and get it now. And it's got, it's got all the same stuff. Look at this. It even has expansion. So that's probably why people bought up the 64 ones. Because even though it's the smallest price discount, it's biggest as a percentage, but it's the smallest as a dollar amount. But with the ports, just wait until, guys, get a Steam Deck, a 64 one, I say, if you can. Wait until Christmas. And for Christmas, you can just memory cards that are compatible with anything, including probably this. You'd be surprised how freaking cheap memory can be. I have 3 portable 1 terabyte things that I use to both store games and my videos, both before and after being processed for YouTube. And they were freaking cheap. It was dumb how cheap it was. I have a Switch, and I bought extra memory for it, and it was disgusting. It was 50% off for the biggest card I could fit into the expansion slot that they have. It is stupid easy to do that. So, again, I would be on the lookout for this, but if you know you're going to want 256 or 512, they have them available here. Let me know in the comments what you think of this, and play more games, because games are awesome, and you deserve awesome. I'll see you soon.